This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Can you able to see?
Yes.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So today we will discuss about these topics. Okay. And let's see how many topics we will able to complete today. Okay. And process today we have discussed on yesterday. And from running a process, we will going to discuss now. Okay. So how do we create a process? Yeah, how to put a description over here. Proper description we need to put it. Then process has been created. Double click on the process. Okay. The process studio will open. Now we will discuss about running a process. Okay. So how do you run the process? So before that, you can see the left hand side panel, you can see multiple stages, right? So there is a, currently we are at pointer stage. Okay. So that is the reason we are able to see the pointer. Okay. So once the process gets created, as I discussed, it will have only one page, that is the main page, and start and end stages will be displayed. Okay, you can see here, right? So here, how to run the process? We have to run the process by using this run button. Okay, go button, you can see here, right? So if we click on the go button, we can run the process. Okay, you can see process started running the start, but it failed to run it. Why it failed to run it? It's saying that internal error. Internal means it in that word syntax error. Okay, internal error is defined by the BluePrism. Okay, what it is saying, fail to find a link stage linked from start stage on the main page. So it is saying that it, the start stage is not linked at all. Okay, so how do we link start stage? By using this link stage. Okay, I have clicked on this link stage, right? After that, I have to just drag and drop. Okay, now you can see one link stage has been created between the start stage and end stage. Okay, and at the same time, you can see here there are one errors. Okay, this is validation of errors. Okay, stage. If you double click on this, now you can see there are no errors. Why? Previously there was one error because it is not linked between the start stage to end stage, but now it becomes zero. Okay, we will discuss more on this validation of errors. Now let me, okay, now I am here. Okay, let me run the process. Do you see? Process has been completed. Okay, now I will run the process again. Okay, did you see? Wherever it is executing, that particular action is showing in a orange color. right? Okay, so by using this go button we can run the processes. Next, basic skills. Okay, so here we can add any number of stages over here, right? So let's say if I add a block, uh, this process stage, okay, and this is the okay, this is the action stage, this is the decision stage, this is the calculation stage. You can see I can drag and drop multiple stages on this studio, okay, and at the same time, okay, I can delete these stages also. How can I delete? Click, you can say delete, or you can copy, or you can cut. Okay, these many activities you can do it. Okay, so I will just click on delete. Okay, I will click, and directly you can press the delete button instead of right click and delete. Done. Okay, click, copy. Okay, and paste, right? Paste, paste, right? You can do the copy paste as well. Okay, then you can do the cut also. Okay, if you wanted to cut this, okay, Control X, or you can do it by right click on this and cut. Okay, and you can see if any stage is there, if I double click on it, it is opening its properties. Okay, if I open the decision stage, you can see its properties, right? And if I open the action stage, you can see its properties. Okay, every stage has some properties, and we will discuss what is the use of those properties. Okay, so these are all the basic things. We can copy, paste, delete, and we can drag and drop, or we can move from one page to another page. So all these basic things we can able to do it, just like the activities we will perform in the notepad or any of the documents. Okay, you can delete at one go. Okay, you can see, you would have observed one thing. Okay, I have selected all. Now I will press on delete. All stages can be deleted, but start stage did not deleted, right? So this is one of the interview question. Okay, so can I able to delete all the stages? Then you can say that yes, we can able to delete all the stages, but only start stage cannot be deleted. Okay, done. So how do I wanted to save this process? If I, because I have done some modifications, right? Then I wanted to save this process. How do I want to save this process? You can see here there is a save button available on top left corner. By clicking on this save button, you can able to save it. Okay, let's see if I save this button what it will save. Okay, I will click on this save changes button. What it is saying? It is saying that you need to provide the description. Until and unless you provide the description, it will not be saved in. Okay, right. Now you can see I will just put it as only S. Okay, it's got saved. Now we will discuss about the decision stage. Okay, what decision stage is used for? Okay, if you wanted to have more than one path, right? So it acts as a if else condition. Okay, if this condition is true, then follow this path. If this condition is false, then follow this path. Okay, we will discuss with one of the example how it will work. I'll just put it as true. I will just save it. Okay, now how do I link? By using the link stage, I have to link from start stage to decision stage. Okay, but my process is completed. No, I have to add the end stage. How do I add the end stage? You can see here left hand side, end button is available, right? I need to drag and drop this end stage. Okay, and then I will link it. Okay, and one more thing, not only we can copy paste delete cast, we can increase or we can decrease the sizes of the stages also. Okay, like this. Like this. Okay, then as I said, decision will create two paths, right? Whether it is true or false. Okay, so I will create one more end stage. Okay, and I will create a link. Okay, you can see there are two outbound links has been created. Okay, for every stage, okay, there will be one or maximum two outputs or outbounds. Okay, but stage can have multiple inbounds. Okay, this is also one of the interview questions, guys. Okay, they will going to ask whether any stage can have multiple outbounds or not. Okay, in that case, no. Stages can have only one outbound, but in some stages we can have two outbounds, but not multiple outbounds. Okay, but we can have multiple inbounds to the stages. Okay, what do you mean by outbound and what do you mean by inbound? Okay, for example, this one. Okay, can you see this stage can have multiple inbounds? Okay, it can take the inputs with multiple stages, right? But when it comes to outbound, outbound is nothing but okay from start to decision stage. What is outbound? This is the outbound. This is the outbound to the start stage. But we can have only one outbound or maximum of two outbounds. In this decision stage, you can see two outbounds. But we can have multiple inbounds to any of these stages. You can see here for this end stage, we can have multiple inbounds, right? So this is nothing but inbound, and outbound is nothing but going out. Okay, taking in is nothing but inbounds, taking out is nothing but outbounds. Okay, let's see. I will run the process and let's see what it will happen. Okay, did you see it has taken the true path, right? Yes, this Decision is true or not? Yes, if it is true, then follow yes path. If it is false, then follow other path. Okay, I will just put it as false now. Let's see how it will flow. Okay, did you see? If the decision is false, it has went to other direction, right? It went to the no direction. Okay, so whenever there is a condition like, okay, you need to go with one path or the other path. Okay, if or else conditions are met, or if it is a true or false conditions are there, then according to that, if your flow has to work, then you can use this decision stage. Okay, okay, here I have mentioned true or false, okay, in expression. So let's go with some real example. Okay, 2 is greater than 3. Is it valid?
No.
No. So this means that it is a false, right? Okay.
Yes.
So how do you validate? First of all, you can see here validate option is there, evaluate expression is there, right? So whenever you wanted to check whether your statement or whatever the expression you have entered that is a valid or not, you can check by using this validate button. Okay. I will click on this validate button. It's saying that this expression is valid. Okay. Then just for your example, I will just put it as okay. What it is saying, could not convert 3 colon into a number. It's clearly saying that could not convert 3 colon into a number. This is nothing but the syntax error. Okay. How did you come to know that this is a syntax error? By validating this expression. How do you validate? By you clicking on the validate button. Okay. If it gives the syntax errors. Okay. So BluePrism provides syntax related errors. And how do I identify those syntax related errors? By clicking on the validate button. Okay, now it's clearly saying that could not convert 3 colon into a number. Okay, then I came to know that I have done some syntax error. I will just remove, then validate. Okay, now it's saying that the expression is valid. I can go ahead, right? And you can see one more button, evaluate expression. What does it mean, evaluate expression? Let's see what it is. Okay, it's saying results false, right? Evaluate expression is nothing but it will execute this expression, and whatever the result it will going to provide, that will going to provide when you click on the evaluate expression. Okay, it's clearly saying that okay, evaluate expression is nothing but a false. Okay, let me put it in this way. Now what will be the evaluate expression? It should be true. You got it? Evaluate expression, it should be true. Okay. Now let's go with the false. Okay. This evaluate expression is false now. Now we will see. Control S, save. You observe one thing, right? We can save the process by using this save button, or else we can save the process by using the Control S button. Now I will refresh. Now you tell me, if I run this process, which direction this process flow will going to work? Is it in this start decision true or S, or it will be in start decision true no and end?
No iron.
Right, let's see. Right, no and. Why? Because expression is false. Now I will just put it as 1. Do you see? Now this expression is true. That is the reason it taken the true path. That is nothing but a S path. Okay. And one more thing. So for example, I wanted to let's say I have put the wrong flow. Okay. Instead of putting S to this flow and no to this flow, I have done the reverse way, right? So if I wanted to change S as no and no as S, how do I do that? no need to delete this. Okay, okay. Whenever you are selecting for the first time, it always gives the S. Okay, and second time it always gives the no. Okay, but I don't want to delete and do it again. Okay, instead of that, is there any way to just change the direction? Yes, there is a way to change the direction. How do I do that? Just right click on this decision. You can see there is a switch option is available. Okay, if I click on the switch, let's see what happens. Did you see the direction has been changed? S becomes no, no becomes S, right? Okay, let me do one more time. Below there is a S path and right side there is a no path. Now let me right click, switch. Did you see? Path has been changed. Okay, we can able to change the path without deleting this and creating the new path. Okay, next we will go with the calculation stage now. Okay, so what is the use of the calculation stage? Okay, so as you see, decision stage will going to let you know which decision the process has to perform. Okay, and there here in decision there will be only two paths. One is a true path and another is a false path. Okay, what is the use of calculations? Okay, calculation stage is used to calculate the values and providing the output of this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, so let's see what calculation stage is used for. Okay, it is used to evaluate the expression and provide the results into the any of the data path. Okay, you can see here expression we can able to see, and at the same time there is a store results in option we can able to see, right? But when I open the decision, in decision we can able to see only expression, right? But there is no output where it can store the data. Okay, okay. Do you see what it is doing? It is calculating the value and putting into the data item. Okay, see, value is 7. Okay, how we have calculated that we have put the value in the expression, and this value has been passing into the value data item. Okay, what is the data item? Okay, can we create the data items? Yes, we can create the data items. You can see here there is a data item, just we need to drag and drop. Okay, Just we need to drag and drop. Just we need to drag and drop. Okay, like this we can able to create the data items. Okay, now let's see. I will just put it as A, right? And you can see the data type. If if I click on the drop down of data type, it will going to provide whatever the data types the BluePrism has supporting. All the data types will be shown over here, right? So in this example, we are just taking about or discussing about the number data type. Okay, just put it as a number. Okay, the initial value you just don't put anything, or you just put it as a 0. Okay, next go to the another data type and just you put it as a B, data type name. Okay, data type is nothing but number. Initial value I just put it as 0. Okay, now open one more data type, just put it as C. Okay, data type is nothing but number. Initial value you just put it as 0. Okay, okay, I will refresh. Now what I do is, okay, I don't want to put this hard coded value into the value data type. Okay, I wanted to put some valid expression. Okay, just like I want to add this A plus B and wanted to save it in the C. Okay, how do you do that? A plus B. Okay, A plus B, this is an expression, and I wanted to save that or store in C. Okay, let's give some meaningful values. Let's assume that A value is 2, B value is 5. Let's run this. Did you see? A value is 2, B value is 5, and C value becomes 7, right? So, did this work properly? Yes, it worked correctly only because A value is 2, B value is 5. What it is doing? A plus B, it is adding A and B and storing the value in C. Okay. Let's remove the plus and just put the subtraction and let's see. Okay, did you see? A minus B, 2 minus 5. What is the result? Minus 3. Okay, okay. So you can perform any kind of, you know, number calculations in this expression. You can just put it as into division, any kind of activities you can do it. Okay, just I will put it as A into B. Do you see? 2 into 5 becomes 10. Any questions, guys, till this point?
No, no.
Okay. Okay, decision stage, calculation stage, data items, we have explained it. Calculations is also we have explained how to do the calculations. Okay. Here, this is the data items, right? Data items in expression we have seen it, and previously only direct values we have seen it, right? So this is nothing but the direct value we provided earlier, and we have gone with the data items also in the expression. Okay. That's what this data items in expression. Okay, now we'll go with the circular paths. Okay, so circular path is nothing but, here we have, this is the linear path, right? The linear path is nothing but going in only single direction. Okay, going straight forward. What is the circular path? Circular path is nothing but it's going that flow again and then again and again, right? Because RPA is nothing but to design the processes where there is a repetitive work, right? So how do you create that repetitive activity within the process? So let's see that. Okay, I will take two data items, double click, loop count. I will take the data type as number. Initially I will just put it as 0. I will put it as maximum count or maximum loop count. Data type I put it as number. Okay, I want it to perform for 10 times, assume it. Okay, in calculation stage, what I wanted to do, I wanted to increment the loop count. Okay, initial loop count is 0, but I wanted to increment the loop count. How do I increment? Okay, first of all I need to put loop count plus 1, and I will store it into the count. Okay, so guys, can you tell me if I click on the validate, it is a valid syntax?
Yeah, valid.
Sorry,
Valid.
valid one. Let's see. It's saying that your expression does not appear to be valid. Missing data, loop count. What is this? Why it is saying like this? Okay, why it is saying is, whatever the data item you have created, that should be same as this in expression. Okay, here the L is
Space is
small. Yeah, here L is small, space is not there,
yeah,
C is small, right?
yeah,
And here it is a capital letter. So that is the reason it is saying wrong. Okay, see, it's a human tendency, right? So when you are typing anything in the expression, it may be, sometimes we will give the mistakes. Okay, how do I overcome those mistakes going forward? Okay, so I don't want to, yeah, I know that, okay, if I type it, I will going to or I will going to do a mistake. So how do I overcome that? Yes, we can overcome that. How do I overcome? Go to the numbers directly, okay? Because we are dealing with the numbers, right? What it is saying, loop count. Loop count is already available, okay? I will just drag and drop. Did you see? It has already automatically created this, right? Then you just plus one. Simple. No need to write everything. You just right hand side, okay, we are dealing with the numbers, then you just click on the numbers. You can see all the number data items. Okay, you just drag and drop required data item and do the operations. Same way here also. Done. Okay, here I have increased the loop count. Okay, now I will click on the validate. Yes, expression is valid. It means that it's correct. Now I will evaluate. Can you tell me what will be the value? What will be the
I
output?
think 111.
Right, it's a 1. Let's see. Okay, here loop count saying as 0 because the current value it is 0. Now let's test. Yes, the value is 1. Okay, this 1 will going to store, where it will going to store? Again in the loop count. Okay, let's see. Okay, after that I will put one decision. Okay, here instead of end 1 I will just say that positive flow. Uh, okay, and I will take one more endpoint. This is negative flow. Okay, you can see this anchor, right? Anchor, why do we use this anchor? See, okay, I will go in this way. So if it is a positive flow, okay, if it is a positive flow, then a decision is correct, right? So if decision is correct, again I will go back to the loop stage and add it. Okay, if I click on this, can you see both direction it has been connected to the loop stage, right? So can you able to identify which one is executing first and which one not? Then this will be creating some trouble for you, right? Both the direction in the single one only. Okay, how do I avoid this? Okay, that I will tell you. Okay, now first of all it has deleted the previous one, then it has deleted the latest one. Okay, okay, again I wanted to refer to the loop count plus calculation stage. If I'm directly doing this, then I'm unable to identify or I can't able to see properly, right? So I will use anchor stage. Anchor stage is gives the flexibility to link our stages. Okay, now I just put it as this stage, link stage. Then I will put one more anchor over here. Okay, I will go like this and I will go like this. Okay, now is it looking good, right? Now we can able to clearly understand, okay, how the flow is going on. Okay, like this, and if it is true, and it will go like this until and unless it becomes false. Okay, once it is false, then it will come back to down. Okay, in decision stage what I will provide? Okay, loop count value. Okay, whatever the current loop count value is less than maximum loop count. Okay, just validate, expression is valid, evaluate. Okay, first scenario, what it is saying, loop count is 0 and the maximum loop is 10. Okay, what will be the output here? True. Okay, let me just reset. I'll just delete all these unnecessary things. Now I will run it. Let's see what happens. Oh, I've deleted the count as well. Okay. I will run it. Guys, observe what it is doing. Any observations from you guys?
Loop repeating.
Loop repeating, and you can see
It is.
this loop value become increasing whenever that loop count plus is changing, right? So it is,
Yeah.
you can see this value is increasing because we are increasing that value.
Yes. Up to 10.
Yes. Now it becomes false. Now which direction it will going to take? It takes the other direction.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to run one more time? Let's run it. Okay, this is nothing but the circular path. Okay, here we did not performing any actions, right? But in real world, when you are dealing with the actual processes, okay, there will be multiple activities we will be performing here. Okay, just like calculating some other values, referring to some other pages. Okay, circular path is nothing but performing the activities again and again until the conditions met. Okay, it will perform more than one time, right? That is nothing but a circular path. Okay, now you have seen it, right? For 10 loop items it takes around 30 seconds, right? Okay, boss, I don't want to wait 30 seconds. I wanted to get the results as soon as possible. How do you do that? Yes, you can do that. How should I do that? If I click on the go button again, it will take 30 seconds, right? And there is a down arrow is there. Okay, I will click on that. You can see the debug speed, right? Fast, normal, and slow, right? Now it is at normal speed. Okay, let's try to increase this please to fast. I will see how it will going to work it. Oh, at one go, you can see it at one go. It has executed all the things, right? So it is running very, very fast. Did you see? Okay, I will put it as 1000. Let's see. Did you see? Okay, taka tak taka tak, it is executing very fastly. 72, 78, 84, 95, 99, 120, 115, 119. We can't able to see that speed as well, right? So whenever there is a requirement of increasing the speed or decreasing the speed, you can do it yourself by using this speed, okay, debug speed. If you wanted to run fast, you can run it. If you wanted to run slow, you can run it. You wanted to run as a normal mode, you can run it. Okay, now you can see 1000 loop count has been performed very fastly, right? Okay, the same way you can decrease the debug speed to the slow also, okay, and it will run slowly. Okay, now what I will do is max count I will set it for 5. Okay, circular path we have seen it. This is controlling play is nothing but this one. Okay, how do you make sure that we can put it as a fast or slow or normal, that we can able to do it from here. Okay, now we will discuss about the set next stage. Okay, what do you mean by set next stage? Okay, if I click on this action and if I click on this set next stage, then immediately this stage becomes in orange, right? Okay, now I wanted to run these stages step by step. Okay, I don't want to run at one go. Okay, if you're clicking on this, it will execute all the stages at one go, right? Okay, let me do that. See, okay, I put it as a very slow now. Let me put it as a normal. Okay? But I don't want to run like this. Okay, how should I, how do I want to run this? I click, okay, set next stage. I want to run different way. Okay, I want to run in step in mode. You can see there are some options are available here, right? Step in is one and the same. Step over, step out. Okay, at this moment I will just run with the step in. Okay, step in. Okay, let's see how it will going to run it. Okay, clicked on it, then it went into the loop count. Okay, now I will one more time I will click. Okay, it went into the decision stage and stopped it. I will click one more time. Step. Okay, it went into the yes anchor. Okay, now I will click on step. Okay, and it went into the next anchor. Okay, it is executing stage by stage. Did you observe, guys? If I click on this go button, it is executing all the stages at one by one and it is stopping at end stage. But when I am using this step in action, right, it is executing one stage at one go, right? One stage at one go, right? One stage at one go, one stage at one go. Okay, now the cursor is here, right? Execution point is over here. I don't want to run it from here. I want to run it from here. Let's see. How do I run it from here? I want to skip this stage. I want to skip this stage. Okay. How do I want to run it from here? I have to right click. There is an option called set next stage. Okay. Once you click on the set next stage, you can see this stage becomes orange now. Okay, what it means that wherever, if you wanted to run the process wherever you want, you can able to run it by using this set next stage. Okay, now I will click in this step. Did you see it has run from this stage, and again it is going continuously, right? It's going continuously. Okay, okay, again I wanted to run from this stage. Okay, I wanted to skip these two anchor stages. Yes, I can run it. Set next stage. Okay, done. Right, and again I don't want to run this. Again I will come here, set next stage, run. Okay, set next stage is used to run the process wherever you want to run. Okay, it will skips previous steps. Okay, it will not fast forward. You got my point? There is a difference between fast forward and skipping. Okay, skipping is nothing but the previous whatever the above steps are available for that particular stage, it will going to skip. That will not going to run it at all, and it will skip that, and from wherever you want to run it, from that point it will going to start. Okay guys, okay, now we will discuss about the breakpoints. Okay, see, every time I wanted to check, okay, whether this condition is true or false. Okay, I will just, how do I put the brakes? Right click on any of the stage, you can see there is a breakpoint. Okay, I will click on this breakpoint. Now I will run it. Okay, now you see the difference. What is the use of the breakpoint? Now I go to this go button, done. Oh, it stopped here only. Did you see? Okay, so how do you continue this? By using the go button again. Okay, I will click on the go button again. Oh, again it's stopping, right? So if there is a requirement to stop the process at particular stage, you can stop it by using the break button. Okay, it's stopping you. Okay, and if you wanted to continue again, you can continue like this. Again you need to click on the go button. Oh, again it stopped. Why? Because the breakpoint is available. Okay, so why generally breakpoints they will going to put it? Okay, because you wanted to run the process for this particular point, then you can validate. Okay, what is the expression over here, or what is the value over here? Okay, for that purpose also you can put the breakpoint. Okay, so here I put the breakpoint, and I just wanted to check what is the value here. Okay, I will click on the evaluate expression. Okay, and you can see maximum count value, it is showing as 3. Maximum loop count value, it is showing as 5. Okay, here I just taken some meaningful data, right, that you can able to understand. But in real world, here there will be a lot of expressions you will be going to provide it. Okay, then you will come to know whether it is going in the one direction or other direction. You can test it by using the test button. Okay, okay, it's giving the true. It means that it goes into the positive flow. Okay, just to make sure that, okay, at this moment what is the value. Okay, for this kind of checking you can able to put the breakpoint, or if you wanted to stop the process at that particular point, then also you can put the breakpoint. Okay, okay, in this way you can just validate and you can check what is the current stage over there. Okay, then you can run it. Okay, breakpoint reached, or else you can just press F5. Okay, when you press F5 also it will going to run it as a go button. Okay, now I just clicked on F5, again it went into the loop. Again I will click F5, it come into the end direction. Clear guys? Any questions?
No.